Greetings everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we have some big news. The stats blog for the Eisenberg has dropped, and this is the winter event ship for the year 2021. You'll be able to start earning progress towards it very soon. It was announced on the live stream a couple of days ago, so we've already gotten to see the bridge officer layout and all that stuff already if you had checked there. But I like to wait for the blogs to actually do my video. And if you don't know already, this is a tribute not only in Star Trek Online, but also from Star Trek Discovery to Aaron Eisenberg, the actor who played Nog on Deep Space Nine. And Deep Space Nine is the best Star Trek, don't fight me. And also, Nog was one of the better characters on that show. His arc was simply amazing. And so it's very, very nice that they've done this, and Star Trek as a franchise over all the 50 years has been very good about honoring their actors and things like that. So this is just a really nice thing that they've done. And a lot of people don't like 32nd century ships from Discovery with the floaty bits and all that, and this does have floaty bits on it. But I will say that some of the designs are pretty goofy looking. I do like this one. This is sort of like, I don't know, a nicer looking version of the Courage, in my opinion. I think this has somewhat of the same aesthetic that the Courage has, but it's just nicer. There's something weird about the Courage. I know everyone calls it the toilet ship or whatever, but of all the 32nd century ships, this is one of the nicer looking ones in my opinion. And something else really special about this ship is that it is the first time we've ever had a premium ship, by my definition, as an event ship. And what do I mean by that? Well, longtime viewers of my channel, which means you've probably wasted way too much of your life watching my videos, know that my litmus test for a premium ship is, does it have 2 different specialization seats? If it does, then you know you're looking at a premium ship. The lines have gotten blurred over that recently. You know, we've had a C-Store ship with 2 different specialization seats. You can find premium priced ships that only have 1 specialization seat, so it's not a perfect test, but I think it's still pretty reliable. And here we are, first event ship to have 2 different specialization seats, so that's quite nice. And let's come down here and look at the stats. It is a cruiser, and it has a hull modifier of 1.4, which is, you'd expect a decent hull modifier for a cruiser. Shield modifier of 0.95. 4-4 weapon layout. It has a lieutenant tactical and ensign engineering command, and that is a direct tribute to Nog, who was an ensign. If you didn't watch Deep Space Nine, he is a Ferengi character who just started out as a Ferengi. He was just a child who lived on the station, and he propositioned Sisko to let him into Starfleet Academy, and it's one of the best scenes in the whole show. And then he gets in and he goes through Starfleet Academy frankly, with more honor than Wesley. And then he ends up becoming an officer and fights in the war. And he was an ensign, so this is a great tribute to him. And the holo version, the holographic bridge officer for Nog, is an ensign, and he has command specialization training already. Then we get a commander engineering, because it's a cruiser, and then we get a lieutenant commander science, and then we get a lieutenant commander universal / miracle worker. It's important to note we've only ever had 1 event ship that had a full specialization seat, and that was a special fleet version. We've never had an event ship just straight out of the gate where you claim it and it's a full specialization. So it's understandable. Lieutenant commander is the best we've ever had, so it's understandable. That's the best we get here. Miracle worker is obviously a very popular specialization, so that's going to be nice for energy weapon stuff if that's what you want to do with it. Console 3 for tactical, 4 for engineering, and 4 for science. And then it has 5 to all subsystem power, and it has a console called the Great Material Continuum, which is a reference to a really great episode that had Nog in it, where they're trading items back and forth, and it's more of a comedic episode, but if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. Great episode, so it's a reference to that. And then, of course, there is a new trait as well called Ingenious Tenacity. And if we take a look down here, they got a little image to show us what it looks like. And so the Great Material Continuum, this console, where do we get to here? Utilizing a passive network of, it's all survival based, a massive network of tight beam transporter beams to strip away enemy hull at a molecular scale. This technology will buff that matter briefly, then convert the stripped matter into energy that is projected into a protective barrier that can be applied to allied ships. The long and short of it is the clicky damages enemies, and then once the damage period is over, it heals allies. So, the healing is directly proportional to the damage dealt. It also has passives to drain expertise and all subsystem energy levels. And it's probably not going to be all that useful. We'll have to wait and see, but it doesn't really matter. It's an event ship, so, you know, whatever. Ingenious Tenacity, the trait, activating a specialist bridge officer ability, will briefly grant your starship the ability to redirect incoming damage from energy weapons into shield restoration. So it is another survival thing. It's all survival focused. And a portion of all energy damage received during this time will be translated into shield restoration for the shield facing which the enemy weapon impacted. So it's sort of like a quasi reverse shield polarity kind of a thing. And that could be useful. Reverse shield polarity is a very useful ability. I don't know if it's worth taking up a starship trait slot. We did get to see some numbers on the live stream, but these things are often heavily affected by, you know, skill points and stuff like that. So, you know, time will tell. It may end up being a pretty good budget trait for survival, and we'll just have to see. But even if none of it's useful, it's not really all that important. If these event ships are there to give people something to use, and if you don't have a lot of ships, then all of it is going to be useful. And this ship in particular is here as a tribute to a fallen actor and an alumni for Star Trek, and I think they did a really great job here, and I'm really looking forward to getting my hands on it and playing around with it, and I'll probably do a build video for this one. And so stay tuned for all of that, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care of yourselves. Bye for now.